everyone, and welcome to your Pilates routine for week 2 of your cycle. So this is when your period has ended, and it's the week directly after that. Generally in this week you tend to feel pretty strong, so this is what's known as your Superwoman week, when you feel really strong and you can really go for it on your exercise, big lifts. You might feel more into a space where you can do HIIT or some kind of high intensity movement. We're going to make this Pilates session a little bit tougher. We're going to start with feet underneath the hips, relax down through your shoulders, and we're just going to start with some heel lifts. So I want you to lift up onto the toes and then come back down. So lifting up and lowering. So we want to control this movement on the way up and on the way down. So if you're feeling a little bit wobbly, just to start with, maybe don't take your heels up quite as high. Just take a little lift, just whilst your legs are warming up and your body is getting into the mindset of movement. So you start to warm up the backs of your legs in particular, so you might start to feel this pretty quickly. And we just want to make sure that we're going up and down in a straight line. So if I show you from the side, you want to be going straight up and straight back down instead of leaning forward as you lift the heels. Inevitably you're going to lose your balance because you're becoming top heavy. So try to stay nice and upright. Lovely. You might be starting to feel something into the backs of the legs now. I want to stay with that Pilates breath, so breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Nice bit of movement through the ankles as well, through the feet, often slightly neglected parts of the body. And we're just going to take final 4, 3, 2, next one is your last one. Lovely. Resting those heels down. Come and bring your feet about hip width apart, and we're going to gently turn out the toes. We're going to take some squats so you can warm up your legs a little bit more. So however you like to have your hands, belly draws in. We're going to sit the hips back down and then come back up to standing. So hips back and down, almost as if you're trying to go back and sit into a chair, so you're pushing your bum back. Keep the spine nice and long. So what we don't want is the chest to start coming forward as you come into that squat position. So spine is long, think about drawing your shoulders back. That will help. And we're pushing the knees out in line with the toes. Keep the breath going. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale on the way down, exhale to push back up. We're pressing down through the feet to bring us back up into our starting position. So hopefully starting to push that heart rate up a little bit. Keep it moving. You got 4. 3, keep drawing in that belly, core nice and strong. On the next one, we're going to come down and hold. Keep holding. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring it back up. Ooh, relax the arms down, give your legs a little bit of a shake if you need to. We're going to come into some roll downs, or one roll down. Feet under hips, shoulders relax, core is strong. Think about gently pulling in through that belly. Eye gaze out in front of you, chin parallels to the floor. Inhaling to prepare. As we exhale, tuck in the chin. Let's roll down through the spine. So shoulders roll forward. Let your arms completely relax. Let your shoulders relax. We're going to bring it all the way down.
stretch into the upper and lower back, down the backs of the legs. Just release through the neck, so let those muscles relax as well. Try and take away that tension. Lovely work. Come on, walk the hands forward so we've got space to bring the knees down onto the floor. And we're going to come straight into our 4-point kneeling. So into this little box position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, belly lifts. And we're going to take some knee lifts here. So from this position, you're going to take your right leg, keep that knee bend, you're going to lift and tap down. Lift and tap. So we're trying to stay nice and centered on our mat. So as we lift the leg, we're not leaning over onto our left side. Trying to lift that knee up in line with the hip. Keep breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep lifting through your belly, core is strong, it's going to help us stay centered. And we've got 4, 3, 2, last one, lift and hold, and we're going to pulse that knee up, up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, come off with those wrists for a moment if you need to, just give them a little bit of a rest. And then we're going to come over onto the other side. Reset your position. Left leg this time, belly lifts. We lift the knee and tap. Lift, tap. See how it feels on this side. I have one that feels a little bit different to the other. You might find it more difficult to stay centered on one side. Maybe you feel like you're leaning over a little bit more. So recenter, draw through the belly. Keep breathing. Lifting that knee up in line with the hip. So squeezing that glute at the top. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one, we lift and hold, and let's pulse, up, 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 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, bring it in, come off of those wrists, we're going to come up and over and take a seat, into some half rollbacks. So options are to have the knees bent, or the legs straight. So I'm going to start with knees bent, just to show you this option. Spine is long, arms reach forward, we breathe in to prepare. As we breathe out, belly draws in, we tuck the tailbone under, rolling back about halfway, until you feel your abdominals starting to work, then roll all the way back up to the top. Spine is long. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. So core is strong. This is an abdominal move. If you're feeling particularly strong in week 2, you might want to lengthen the legs out. If you're going with that option, squeeze the legs and the feet together so we stop them from lifting off the floor. Same thing, we reach the arms out in front, tuck the tailbone under, roll back about halfway, and then bring it all the way back up to seated. So you want to start using your breath during this movement. If it feels better for you, just stay with the knees bent option. Either is totally fine, wherever you feel like you are. If you feel like your legs are lifting, or your feet are starting to lift off the floor, just don't roll back quite as far. So only go back as far as you can keep the feet on the floor, but also that you can pick yourself back up using your abdominals and not momentum or swinging through the arms. We keep all that work into the core. We're going to take one more. When you get to the top, you're going to come and bend your knees. Arms are long. We're going to come into that half roll back and then hold. So we hold here, halfway back. And then you're going to do little pulses. Up, down. Keep breathing. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to roll all the way down with control. When you get to the bottom, lengthen out your legs, pick your arms up over the head, nice and gently. We take a little full body stretch here. So reach out through the arms, reach out through the feet, out through those toes. And then we're going to take some roll-ups. So tricky move, abdominal move. We're going to pick the arms up into our peripheral vision, so you can see the arms at the corner of the eye. Breathe in at the bottom, tuck in your chin. As you breathe out, we're going to keep that chin tuck as we roll up through the spine. We pick ourselves up using those abdominals. And then we come into a little spine stretch at the top. So keep the back nice and straight. Reset at the top. We're going to roll back down. Tuck that tailbone. Scoop the abdominals in as we roll all the way back. Reach your arms up over the head. Breathe in at the bottom. Arms lift. Tuck in your chin. Breathe out. Keep the chin tucked. Roll it up. Through the spine. Big, strong abdominal muscles here. Now if you need to, if you get stuck halfway, then you can bring in a little knee bend. Try not to bend the knees all the way in, because otherwise there's not enough space to bring your upper body all the way up. But just a little knee bend should help here. So breathing in, bringing up those arms, tucking in the chin. We keep rolling up on that exhale, all the way back up to seated. So really strong movement. We're going to take 2 more, whichever option. Use that exhale. Use your abdominals. Try not to swing through the arms. Last one. Big abdominal brace. When we get to the top, we're going to take a spine stretch. Exhale, shift forward. Keep that back nice and straight. Might feel a stretch along backs of the legs. Gently restack the spine. We're going to take 1 more of these. So as you breathe out, just shift that weight forward. Nice, strong, straight back. Lovely. Come and restack. Arms relaxed. We're going to come up and over again into our 4-point kneeling position for our finisher move, which is tricep press-ups. So hopefully your arms are feeling nice and strong today. And there's different variations for this move. So we've got hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to start with knees underneath the hips, and then I'll show you a more difficult option. So from here, corkscrew those arms in towards the body, chest in between the hands. As we breathe in, we press down.
As we breathe out, we press up. So inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Keep those elbows in to the side of the body. So a lot of people find tricep press-ups to be a struggle. They're quite a small muscle at the back of the arm. And we don't really think about working them that often. So when we isolate the work in the triceps, it does feel pretty tough. So that's option number one. Option number two is to move your knees further back. So you come more into your half plank position. Hands under shoulders. We press down and we press up. Inhale on the way down, exhale to push it up. If you want to, you stay in your 4-point kneeling. I'm going to do that today because a bit of a dodgy shoulder. But the option is there if you want to come into that half plank position to make it a little bit tougher. Wherever you are, we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up, come back off of those wrists. Well done. So a little bit trickier for week 2. Hopefully feeling a bit more energized. It's still a reasonably short session, but enough to sort of pick up the heart rate, get the blood flowing a little bit, and make you feel nice and energized. Even if you do this after your main workout, you might use it as a little bit at the end, but I hope you enjoyed it and hopefully see you during week